Yo, welcome back everyone. This is S04E11 with another Minecraft video. I haven't made a video for a while, so I thought I'd just do a very quick catch-up episode just on where my base is at. I've done quite a few things since the last couple of episodes. I think the last couple of things I was talking about was getting tungsten and getting that sorted out. I have since found out that with tungsten you can actually get it smelted with a single microturbine. You do, however, I've got a spare engine control unit there. Might as well take that out. You can actually get away with a single microturbine, a 16:1, and then a 4:1 gearbox. And what this does, it effectively makes the torque pretty similar to the speed, and when the two are more evenly matched, you get a better heat out of this thing. In fact, this gets to exactly 1350 degrees, which is exactly what you need for tungsten. Thank you very much to Raker, who's the author of the Rotarycraft mod, for actually hinting in the right direction for this for me and letting me figure it out. So today I thought I'd just do a very, very quick showcase sort of episode and explain a few things that I've done just to catch up on various things. As you can see, I've got Applied Energistics in here and running. Got myself my crafting terminal, got some crafting storage there, two 4K ones. I won't go into too much detail about those in this episode. I really just want this to be a quick, sort of a quick and dirty catch up. Everything here is much the same. If I go downstairs, Downstairs was where we have the guts of everything, a few sets of machines. I've got a couple of fermenters here. I am going to show that in the very next episode. I will show the automated ethanol crystals. Got a capacitor bank which was empty, it's just charging again. A pool with some a crystal growth accelerator for growing my Applied Energistics crystals. Some cabling, the ME controller. A bunch of other stuff in there, some molecular assemblers. In fact, I don't even need that one there. This one here with a couple of ME interfaces. I tried to use a high temperature furnace generator. This thing burns through fuel so fast, but it does give you a quick boost of power, and when I needed a quick boost of power, I was just feeding wood or coal into that to help me along. And then further down, we just have the same big reactor with a bunch of uranium in there, and it's happily generating a couple of hundred RF a tick for me. This is very small for me now. I'm gonna need to find a better power source very, very soon. I've hollowed out this area. My big waterfall that I once had such grand plans for, I'm not sure I'm going to use that anymore. The water wheels were a good idea in early versions of Rotarycraft, but I've discovered that because of the way things have been sort of done now, the water wheels might not be such a good idea. I think there's a lot of mucking around with water wheels, making sure that they are lubricated when they're only sort of producing 500 kilowatts of power. The gas engines only produce 65 kilowatts of power, 65,536 watts of power, but they're enough for most things. I find that the 500 kilowatt mark isn't really used for a lot of engines anymore. Yeah, I mean, it might run some of the stuff faster, who knows. I might give that a go, but it's always a bit awkward getting the seed oil, the canola seed oil for lubrication. Well, I always found it a bit awkward anyway. In here, we had my one helium plant seed, which I have now turned into many, and in the macerator, you can put those, you have to jump up to grab the seeds, to plant them, push Q, and pop. And these seeds, when you put in a macerator, give you glowstone dust. So that's also very handy. Oh, there we go. There's some that I've already got. So that's my source of glowstone for the moment. Although I have found another cheeky way of getting that. Yeah, inscriber for Applied Energistics. The charger to make charged Certus crystals. The other really interesting thing that I've discovered, one of the things I used to struggle with was getting too much of something. So too much cobble, too much dirt, too much wood. Too much of a few things. So what I'm using these barrels for is these barrels these grey ones have had the Jabber upgrade for void on them, which means once they get full, so when this one gets to 64 stacks of 64, any extra will just be voided. Now, if I go around the back of here, you will see I have storage buses attached to, well, nearly all of them. There's a couple here at the end that I haven't put anything in yet. I've got this blue, yellow to keep them separate from each other. As you can see up here, there's 6 of 8 channels across the top. This one has 10 channels. That one there has 14, and this bottom one with 17 channels, which is everything all joined together. Because the storage bus is here, it means I don't have to have memory chips to store this stuff. I can access it still from within here. I can see all of my cobblestone and my dirt and my wood and all this sort of stuff in here. But it also means I never overflow. Because these are the preference for cobblestone, if I just keep feeding cobblestone in to the ME system, it'll keep trying to store it in the barrel, but the barrel will just void everything once it's full. So it's a very, very handy way of making sure you don't overflow your system. I used to use level emitters and these trash cans to void everything, but it was quite a big unwieldy system to, when you have more than 8,000 cobble, void the cobble, but you'd need to have an export bus and a level emitter for everything that you wanted to void. Whereas with this method, you just need to have a storage bus on the back and the right barrel in front of it set to void extra items. As you can see, I've got 2,000 ethanol crystals there. Yeah, so I think that is about it for this episode. Very, very quick showcase of what's there. I'm going to maybe come back and make a few more Applied Energistics videos on a couple of things, but I did make a few Applied Energistics videos in my last series, so I'm not sure I really need to go over a lot of that again, seeing as this is pretty much the same version. So yeah, that's it. Next episode, I will be going through the ethanol crystal fully automated, so stay tuned for that episode. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you then.